Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Margaret Josephs warned after recent hangout with RHOC's Tamra judge, "You're better than this." Margaret Josephs couldn't have chosen a worse time to put her friendship with Tamra judge on display. The Real Housewives of Orange County star has been feeling the heat all season, but things escalated over the weekend, and now she's being trolled online. Tamra was recently served with legal papers by Ryan Boyajian, the boyfriend of her castmate Jennifer Pedranti. Tamra has been making false claims about Ryan, and her appearance on Watch What Happens Live was the last straw. RHOC fans have been trolling the 57-year-old, and even some of her former castmates have come out of the woodwork in support of Ryan's actions against her. However, while she has a lot of enemies at the moment, the outspoken Bravo star has at least one friend in Margaret Josephs. RHOC's Tamra judge shares snaps from her weekend hangout with Margaret Josephs. Bravo fans expressed their disappointment in Margaret after a weekend hangout with Tamra. The two housewives attended the birthday party for one of their friends, and they snapped photos together. The first photo showed Tamra and Margaret happily posing with the birthday boy, and in the second photo, their husbands, Eddie Judge and Joe Benigno, joined in on the fun. Tamra shared the images on Instagram writing, "When you're with the right people, every moment is golden. So much fun celebrating at Ortizardi's 40th birthday." Margaret also responded to the post, writing in the comments, "Such a fabulous night together celebrating at Ortizardi. We are blessed with the best." Bravo fans warned Margaret about being friends with Tamra. Tamra's post racked up many comments, and as you can imagine, they weren't very nice. However, some of the remarks were also aimed at Margaret as people warned the Real Housewives of New Jersey star about being friends with Tamra. At Theriel Margaret Josephs get better friends. She is Trey incarnate, claimed an Instagram user. "Marge, you're too good for this washed-up has been," added someone else. One commenter told the RHOJ star, "Marge, she's such a bad look for you." Run. Another added, "Marge, you're better than this." The worlds of reality television were set ablaze recently when the Real Housewives of New Jersey star Margaret Josephs was spotted hanging out with the Real Housewives of Orange County veteran Tamra judge. Fans and insiders alike had had a lot to say about the unlikely pairing, with many warning Josephs to be careful in her newfound friendship. "You're better than this," some warned, prompting speculation about the possible implications of their hangout. But what's really behind this warning? And why are people so invested in Josephs and Judge's budding friendship? Margaret Josephs, the Maven of Jersey. Margaret Josephs is no stranger to controversy. Known for her quick wit, unapologetic personality, and penchant for telling it like it is, Josephs has been a standout figure on RHOJ since joining the cast in 2017. Her sharp humor and unrelenting honesty have made her both a fan favorite and a lightning rod for drama. From her public feud with Danielle Staub to her turbulent relationship with Teresa Giudice, Margaret is no stranger to conflict. But despite her sometimes combative nature, many view her as one of the more grounded and authentic housewives on the show. She's a self-made businesswoman running a successful fashion and lifestyle brand, Macbeth Collection. Her rise to success wasn't easy, and she's been open about her struggles and the adversities she's faced along the way. In many ways, Margaret represents strength, resilience, and growth, qualities that have endeared her to fans. But her recent hangout with Tamra Judge has caused some to raise their eyebrows, fearing that she may be stepping into dangerous territory. Tamra Judge, the OC pot stirrer. Tamra Judge, on the other hand, has built a reputation as one of the most notorious pot stirrers in the Real Housewives franchise. Having been on RHOC for over a decade, Judge is known for her bold personality and willingness to jump into the fray when drama arises. She has been involved in some of the most infamous feuds in the history of the show, often finding herself at the center of explosive arguments and long-standing tensions. Her dynamic with other housewives has frequently vacillated between friendship and conflict, sometimes in the blink of an eye. Her ability to pull people into her orbit, charm them, and then turn on them has earned her a divisive reputation. Fans either love her or love to hate her, but there's no denying that Tamra brings entertainment wherever she goes. However, her penchant for stirring the pot has led to her being labeled as a toxic presence, with some housewives and fans steering clear of her, fearing the inevitable chaos that tends to follow in her wake. The unlikely duo, Margaret and Tamra. When Margaret and Tamra were spotted together recently, it set off alarm bells for many in the reality TV community. To some, the friendship made sense. Both women are strong, assertive, and unafraid to speak their minds. In many ways, they seem like a natural pairing, two alpha females who can hold their own in any situation. But for others, the idea of Margaret associating with someone as controversial as Tamra Judge is a recipe for disaster. It didn't take long for fans and insiders to start issuing warnings to Margaret. "You're better than this," they said, urging her to be cautious in her dealings with Tamra. The warnings aren't unfounded. Tamra has a long history of forming alliances only to turn on her friends when it suits her. She's been involved in numerous betrayals, both on-screen and off, leaving a trail of broken friendships in her wake. Margaret, for her part, hasn't responded directly to the warnings. She seems confident in her ability to navigate the world of reality TV friendships, having already dealt with her fair share of backstabbing and drama on RHOJ. But the question remains, is Tamra Judge a friend she can trust, or is this a friendship that's destined to go down in flames? Fan reactions and concerns. Social media has been abuzz with reactions to the budding friendship between Margaret and Tamra. Some fans are excited to see what drama might unfold, anticipating that the two strong personalities will either become an unstoppable force or end up clashing spectacularly. Others, however, are more concerned. Many fans see Margaret as one of the more level-headed housewives, someone who, despite her occasional involvement in drama, generally stays above the fray. They worry that Tamra's influence could lead Margaret down a more toxic path, one that could damage her reputation and lead to unnecessary conflict. They've seen it happen before. Tamra has been known to rope people into her schemes and then leave them to deal with the fallout. "You're better than this, Margaret," one fan tweeted. "Stay away from Tamra before she drags you into something you'll regret." Another fan echoed the sentiment, writing, "Margaret is smart and savvy, but Tamra is a professional manipulator. I hope she knows what she's getting herself into." Despite the warnings, some fans are optimistic that Margaret can hold her own and won't fall prey to Tamra's scheming. "Margaret isn't some naive newbie," one fan commented. "She's been around the block, and she's dealt with worse than Tamra. I think she'll be just fine." Behind the scenes, what insiders are saying. Sources close to both women have weighed in on the situation, with some expressing skepticism about the friendship's longevity. Margaret and Tamra might seem like a good match on the surface, but they're very different people, one insider revealed. Tamra thrives on drama, while Margaret tends to get dragged into it reluctantly. "I'm not sure this friendship will last long once the cameras start rolling again." Another source suggested that the friendship might be more strategic than genuine. "Both women know the value of alliances in the housewives world," the source said. "It wouldn't surprise me if they're both using this friendship to their advantage, but whether it's real or just for the cameras, only time will tell." What's next for Margaret and Tamra? As speculation continues to swirl around Margaret and Tamra's friendship, all eyes are on what happens next. Will Margaret heed the warnings and distance herself from Tamra, or will she forge ahead and see where the friendship leads? And if the friendship does continue, will it lead to new drama on RHOJ and RHOC, potentially setting the stage for a crossover of epic proportions?